Today, I'm going to talk to you about the easiest trading strategy in the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rob. For those of you who do know me, I am still Rob. It's Coffee with Rob. Always good to have coffee. I've been doing this for 34 years, a long time. I'm going to show you a system on the charts, the easiest system in the world. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the strategy that makes me money in the markets. The strategy and the business plan, the way that you can actually take a profit home instead of stressing and worrying and chasing wins and trying to make that extra buck. But let's go and have a look at the system first, and then we'll have a look at that business plan and that strategy. I'm going to show you the system that we use, but the system doesn't make you the money. The charts don't make you the money. What makes you the money at the end of the day is, of course, the strategy, which I'm going to give you at the end of this video. I'm going to show you how you can actually make money at the end of this video. But what you have to understand with charts is we trade three ways. We trade with the trend. Now, what is a trend? The trend is it's going up, going down, going up, going down, going up, going down. So it's going up. So this is a trend. If you look at this, there's your chart. There's your trend going up nicely. And if you take a railway line sort of scenario, you need 3 points. You need it to touch 3 points, and then you end up with a trend. That's all you need. You can draw two lines here if you want to. The other way that we trade is in a range. If something is in a range, what we do is we look at it. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down within that range, and it goes sideways. That's a range. And then one of my favorites is we counter trade when it breaks out of a resistance, or it breaks through a support, or it breaks through a trend support, or it breaks through a trend resistance. Those are the ways that we trade. If you're not sure how to draw these little resistance blocks in that we put in on a regular basis, or you're not sure how to draw these support blocks or these trend lines, go and watch a few of my other videos where I give you lots of detail on how to do that. But very often what I will do is I will take a blocky like this and draw it in based on the fact that I'll get it off a day chart, and I'll have a day level that I can work with. But you can just work off the time frame that you're trading with. And in my case, I'm trading on the 4 hours because 4 hours are more relaxing for me. Now, on this particular trade, I've drawn in a resistance here because there's lots of areas here where it keeps touching. It's sort of like hits that area, and it says at that area, I've kind of had enough. Now, if I delete this blocky, I'm just going to take this out of the way so it doesn't confuse you. You'll see that I've drawn a green resistance line in here. Now, every single time it comes up, hits that, comes down, goes up, hits that, comes down, goes up, breaks through. Now, what happened there? That was a breakout trade. But what happened with this breakout is we ended up with what I call a pincer top at the top here, turns around, comes back down, comes back, breaks back through it again. So it's back into this range coming down. Now, what I will often do on a trade is I will draw a trend line in the range, and I can see if it breaks that trend line in that range that we're going the other way. So I'll use a good example of this. We'll go to the United States dollar, SA Rand, which has got a really good range in it. What the South African Rand has got here, we've got a resistance at the top here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so about 1 million touches on the top of the resistance here. Slight breakthrough, but nothing to write home about. Didn't get a decent signal here to go up. Then we got it coming back, and how do you trade this? If you get a red candle that closes off the resistance coming back down, and it closes, you go to the next candle, you get the trade, you take it short. But if you want to be sure how to take it, what I would normally do is I would draw the interim trend inside the range. So there's your range, bottom of the range, top of the range, bottom of the range, top of the range, bottom of the range, top of the range. In that range, and it's at the top and it's turning around and coming back, how do I know that this trend has decided to go down to the bottom of this range? I take a trend line, draw it in, and then when it counters, when it breaks that short-term trend, then I know that this is confirmed that it's going down, and I can take the short all the way down to the support. That's the easy way to do it. Now, what am I doing? Now I'm turning around and going long, because at the moment it's bounced off the bottom. It's going back up again. It has created a new low. So I've drawn that new low in so that we know where it is. It's broken back through the original support, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quite a few touches. It broke through that. It's broken back through that again, moving back to the upside, and now it's coming back down to the downside again. We're looking for a long trade here because it broke through this trend resistance, but it is giving a little bit of a signal here that it's finally cracking through the support and it's creating a new support level lower down. What we want is the green candle above that level, giving us the long trade going to the upside. And that's as simple as it gets. We trade three ways. We trade in the trend, we counter trade the trend, we trade breakouts, which is the counter trade, and we also trade within the flat range. The flat range is very good. Now understand one thing about charts, and that is when these little points hit these levels, bottom or top, the more times it hits, the more chance it's got of breaking through, because it's a bit like a chisel chipping away at a wall. Eventually it's going to get through. While it looks great, the more times it hits, it looks like a solid resistance or a solid support. You have to know that the more times it hits, eventually it's going to break through, and thus you have the breakout trade. And breakout trades are great because it can run as hard as it wants and off it goes. So those are very, very good trades to look out for. Those are the fun trades to actually look out for if you think about it. Those are the ones that I like the most. That's a little bit about the charts. Charts don't make you money. Charts don't predict the future. The market's 50-50. Let's go and talk about the real part of trading, the real secret to making money in the markets, how I make my money in the markets over a period of time. Go and listen to this, because this is the only way to make money. Charts do not predict the future. They do not make you money. The money's all made in the business plan. So now you've seen this charts. You've seen how it all works. Now all you have to understand is that trading is 50-50. Now all you have to understand is that trading is risky. 75% of leverage traders do actually lose money in the markets. And if you don't like losing money and you don't like risk, you probably shouldn't be trading. And on that point, on the 5-minute charts and the day trading, 99% of traders lose money. Now, I know that you think you're going to be part of that 1%, part of that 25% that are winning, but you have to understand that retail traders make up a minuscule amount of the market, and you have to understand that most traders lose money because we are so minuscule, and you're trading up against institutional money. And if you're a beginner and you're just starting out, why do you think that you're going to just walk into the market and suddenly make all the money? You've got to understand one thing, and that is you need a business plan. You need a plan to make money with anything. If you were deciding to start a business or start a shop or open a factory down the road, maybe even open a supermarket in the high street, and you know this business is going to make you money, the first thing you know is you need some kind of plan. You need to know what you're going to open. You need to know where you're going to open it. But not only that, you also need to know how much capital you're going to need to get started. How much capital am I going to need to make money with this business? Or am I going to need any money whatsoever? Because some businesses maybe don't require any money. I don't know. Most do though. Most require a capital amount to get started. Now, I'll ask you a question, and this is for you to answer. You can answer it in the comments. Where on this planet can you take your money and go and make 300% or 1,000% or 2,000% on it in 12 months? Where can you go and make that kind of money? Definitely not in the stock market, because I know there's a lot of guys out there telling you that you can do this, that you can take $1,000 and turn it into $1 million in a week. It's just not possible. You tell me, where in the world can you take your money and convert it in that way? It's not possible. You cannot do it. It's a bit of a... I watched one person saying that you can take that small amount of money and it's easy to turn it into a gargantuan amount of money. All you've got to do is wait for the stock market to crash or go down or correct or go to the bottom, and then invest that whole amount and it'll become this huge amount. And I'm thinking, wow, that's amazing. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, well, because you try calling the bottom of any market. Try calling the bottom or the top of any market and see how successful you actually are. You're not going to be that successful because it's near impossible. It's a supermarket mentality, and it doesn't work because When things are cheap in the market, they're cheap for a reason. If things are expensive in the market, they're expensive for a good reason. And if they're expensive, it's because they're going well. If they're cheap, it's because they're crashing. Nobody wants to catch a falling knife. Nobody wants to invest all their money when the markets are busy falling and they've just gone through all that pain and strife. And you're thinking, oh, I'm going to put my money in there. It's just going to get worse, isn't it? So that doesn't work either. There'll be a bunch of guys out there that'll tell you, I've got a win rate and I can make money and I win 8 out of 10 of my trades. But what they don't tell you is that they're winning 8 trades. And the 9th trade is taking all of those wins away, in fact, even more. And they're actually sitting in a loss, not in a profit. They're not going to tell you that bit. And the guys that are saying, I made $150,000 today, or I lost $70,000 today, have got a gargantuan capital amount in the market to do that with, which you don't have. So you just watching that guy on a video and saying, wow, that looks great. I'd love to be that person. I'd love to be able to do that, but I can't because I don't have $500,000 in capital, or I don't have $1 million in capital. I don't drive the Lamborghini that guy's got, or the Ferrari that guy's got. So I can't do those types of things because I've only got $1,000 to trade with. How am I going to make money? No, I don't say that you can't grow that small amount of money into a large amount of money. Of course you can. If you're not going to use it, of course you can. Of course you can take that money and grow it into a larger sum of money over time, over a long time. You're not going to do it in 5 minutes. You're not going to do it in a week. It's going to take you years to grow it into a large sum of money. So I ask you again, where can you take $1,000 and turn it into $100,000 in a year? I don't know of anywhere that you can do that. The stock market is most certainly one of those not one of those places. Now, understand one thing. When you get into the market, the amount of money that you risk, you have to understand that you can also lose with it. You don't only win in the markets. So if it's your last money on earth, you'd better be very careful with how you invest it and how you put it into the market. You can't just throw it into the market. That's not how it works. What you have to understand is you need a strategy and you need a business plan to do this with. You need to work a plan. Now, how do you do this? And how do you get around this? And what do you do? Well, the simple thing is to understand that you have to basically risk the same on every single trade you have. You have to take the same risk amount and risk the same amount on every single trade. But how are you going to do that? How are you going to affect that? Because every single trade is different. The thing to do is you have to look at the trade and you have to say, that's the trade I want to take. And then you have to decide on that trade where you want your invalidation area, where you want to put that invalidation area, exactly where you want to put it. Then you want to work out your stop loss amount back to your cost. How many contracts? How many pips? How big is the trade? The first thing you have to do is decide how much your risk is going to be on every single trade. Now, what I do is I risk 1% of any particular account on any different trade. Now, I keep the account size the same. In other words, I don't change the account size. If the account grows, I still use the same nominal amount that I decided on. So if it's a $100,000 account, I will on that account risk $1,000 per trade. Why do I not risk 10%? Well, it's on leverage trading, and if I lose 10 trades, I'm going to lose the whole account. If I risk 1% and I lose 10 trades, I only lose 10% of the account. So I risk 1% on every single trade, and that's the simple way to do it. Now I've worked out the size of my trade. Easy part of this business plan. I mean, this isn't a 1,000-page business plan. We're talking about 3 steps here. All you've got to do now is look at the chart and say, will this make me a better profit than what I'm risking on my losses? You see, the trick here is to make more on your wins and lose less on your losses. This is the whole trick. The whole game here is to lose less on the losses. So if you lose 8 trades at $1,000 a trade, you've lost $8,000. And then the 9th trade you win, but you win $5,000 on the 9th trade. And then on the 10th trade, you win again, and you win another $5,000 on that. Then you've made a net profit of $2,000 by only winning 2 trades out of 10. So the idea is to follow your wins up, not follow your losses down. Easy, isn't it? but not in practice. It's more difficult in practice because what most people do is they run out of patience. They have FOMO. They have fear because it's all up here. This is where the problem lies. You see, when you go on the demo and you go and learn how to trade, it's really easy because you're just using lines, you're just using charts, you're just doing little things on a computer screen. But when you go into real life, suddenly you have to use this real head. You have to use the fear. You have to use the FOMO, fear of missing out. You have to have patience. You have to wait for trades to come to you, which you don't have. Or when you're going to profit and you see $100 profit when you're risking $1,000, you think, oh, there's a little bit of green, and you click out and you get out of the trade far too early. These are the things that you're going to have to overcome in your trading. You're going to have to get over this in your trading in a big way. And if you want to know more about that, go and watch one of my other videos, which will tell you immense amounts about how to get over fear. In fact, one of my live shows recently was all about fear and how to work around that fear and how to overcome that fear in trading. While you're here, don't forget, join the members area. In the members area, there's trade of the day every day. I make a video for you guys. There's a course. There's all kinds of things going on there. And if you've watched the video this far, give it a subscribe. What I normally do is I also leave you a free Forex book in the comment at the top. So check it out, guys. It's there for you. Enjoy it. Go and have a little bit of fun with it. I see a lot of guys haven't actually been grabbing it for themselves lately. So go and grab it. Go and have a bit of fun. It's a nice little bit of information that you might be able to use. I don't know. On that note, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this somehow helps you guys a little bit. It's all about strategy. It's all about business plan. Remember that trading's 50-50, and remember that trading's risky. And maybe somewhere down the line, you'll come out on top of the bus. Don't forget to join us for the live shows Tuesday and Thursday. Cheers, ciao, and bye.